live. Okay.
Welcome to another edition of the IWC Radio Live podcast. And before we get too further under the way here, make sure that everything is working appropriately. Yeah, there we are. Hey, there we go.
Oh my God.
All right. Yeah, so YouTube apparently threw a curveball at us here. Welcome to the IWC Radio podcast. Chuck's over there, Will over there, Beans. 2 weeks in a row, even though we've been off for one. Over there as well. How you guys doing?
Hello.
Perfect.
How's the weather?
Hey, it's fine. It's summer, you know.
Almost like we've done this before, isn't it?
Yeah.
No, it's
Totally not a...
32 degrees on Wednesday, but I'm not sure what the real feel was.
It's almost as if this is a take two of some kind, because things changed behind the scenes for some reason. Unexpectedly.
It's around about now that Will tells us that we're not actually live.
Yeah, this is a prank, yeah.
Smoke.
Oh no!
No, we're all good. We're all good.
Isn't this where we're supposed to say, actually, we'd already taped like a 3-hour show and it was the best show we've ever done and we had some amazing guests on it and they'll never be back.
Yeah.
There's no way we can recreate such an amazing show.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
We did that once from the old WRN days.
Yeah.
Where we produced a show for people. I can't remember who it was, but we ended up producing a show and it went out live fine, but nothing was recorded.
Oh.
And yeah, they weren't happy. Anyway.
I would be happy.
I thought it was hilarious.
Yeah. I mean, that does seem pretty hilarious.
Wouldn't you have been about 16 at that point when you were doing all of that?
That was another life, I think. Yeah, well, about 10 years ago now, maybe, something like that.
It's got to be more than that.
I think so.
I think I started... Yeah, I must have started listening to VOW when Matt Hardy was fired. So that must have been like 05. And you were producing them, like, not long after that.
Yeah. That sounds right.
Well, I remember quite a few times having to be in college for like 8 o'clock the next morning and having to
4.
produce VOW till like 3:30.
Yeah.
And then something else would be able to do VOW reaction. Oh yeah, let's do a show after Raw. Yeah, why not?
The good old days. Back when you could
enough,
have...
we're talking about that this week with Chris Cash.
Oh yeah.
I'm talking about the old...
another comeback.
Nick's disappeared again.
Ah.
Yeah, so... Nobody seems to know where he is. Generally. Don't know why I laughed, we don't know where he is. Yeah, we were talking about the old Wrestling Radio Network, and I don't know if you remember the thing we tried before that, the Fan Talk Live.
Yeah, that sounds familiar.
That was Chris Cash's brainchild. WRN kind of came from that. But yeah, those were the days.
Yeah, they were.
Those were the days. Back when you could have fans.
Well, yeah.
Well, remember when, like, back in those days, the ratings were said to be terrible? They were pulling in, like, 5s. The ratings are going down year on year.
Yeah.
Oh, no, it's gone down to 4.5. I can't believe this is terrible. Because Steve Austin's gone.
They'd kill for them, that wouldn't
Yeah, if they only knew, like, what would happen in 2020.
Do you remember that as well? I mean, it's not just that. I mean, I know we were all a bit younger back then, but the Monday night used to be like a really big thing. You know, you couldn't wait. I mean, I know it was a stupid internet show, but you'd be waiting for VOW at midnight all the time.
Yeah, I actually would. That was a fairly big deal for some reason.
Yeah, for some reason.
During like the Triple H Reign of Terror era, and
yeah.
I would still be waiting for it, even though I knew it was going to be shit. But VOW made it fun. Yeah.
It was that whole thing of, you know, you'd sit in the chat room and you'd wait for it to start, and then obviously Raw itself would be on, and that whole sort of few hours was an event every week.
Yeah.
It just doesn't happen anymore. I mean, obviously Raw's shit these days.
No one's watching.
Yeah, it's kind of weird when you think about, you know, as we were talking about this as well, you know, you think about people now do like live tweeting of all the shows and stuff. That's kind of what we were doing back in the day, just in a chat room. You have people discussing the show in a chat room, and people would have crazy usernames, like Mickey James, Born Up Vagina.
Yeah, who would come up with something like that?
I don't know, it's disgusting.
Who knows?
How would they know? You guys...
even live tweeting, it's just not the same.
Yeah.
And the show's, the 3-hour thing really killed it.
Oh god, yeah, definitely.
I think that's kind of where I think wrestling kind of jumped the shark. At least WWE, I feel, when they made the 3-hour shows just like a permanent fixture. Instead
that's another thing, going back to that era Will's talking about, when they would do a 3-hour special.
Yeah, it felt special.
I was like, oh my god, who's going to show up for this 3-hour show? Can't wait. Settle in. It's going to be a long one. Now it's anything to cut it down, anything I can skip.
I always remember, I always remember it was a big deal, and we I think we did something special on the VOW site as well. On the first time TNA went live on the Monday night.
Oh yeah, and
against Raw. I always remember that was a big deal.
It was a big deal. I think I had both streams up at the same time. I was trying to watch both things. Because we got Raw live by that point. I think I had the TNA stream. They would see what they were putting head to head, and they had, I think, was it Hogan's debut head to head with Bret Hart?
I can't remember. You know what they even did.
I just remember them promising like a barbed wire ring rope match, but they never followed through on it. It's like they actually forgot about it.
They showed Hogan driving around, like all the way around Orlando or wherever, the whole city. They kept cutting to him all night in the back of the limo. Then he came out at the end of the show and said, "I've been backstage all day talking to the guys."
Yeah.
Oh man, TNA's gonna TNA. It's the biggest audience ever.
Can't work yourself into a shoot, brother.
Totally did.
Jabroni Marks. Yeah. Part of me wants to have like some semblance of that back, just because of there was fans again, and there wasn't like the stupid virus plaguing everybody.
I generally think though, I don't think we're anywhere near it right now, but I think maybe when we do get fans back in, they could be in some kind of boom period.
I can't. I've thought that too many times. Yeah. I can't bring myself to make that claim again.
I know
it'll be nice to have the fans back, because it definitely makes it feel like more of an important show.
Yeah.
And that's really missing now. But what can they actually do?
Yeah,
Make
that's
new
it.
stars.
But even that, you can't do that in 1 week. Like, you get all the focus on that show. We're going live again. We're going to have people back in. How long does it take to make a star?
It's true. It's not an overnight thing.
It's not an overnight thing. And I also don't believe that Kevin Nash is right, and it takes 10 years. But somewhere in the middle.
It's a good median.
Yeah, there's got to be some middle ground in there where you can make a star in, like, some time. But to get people watching again, I think is the main thing. And you're going to have to do something on that first show that actually gets them back for the second one.
Well, that's it. That first show is going to be huge. But I think Vince actually, as mad as he might be, he did actually say recently, and in that investor call or whatever it was, that we need to get new ideas and new characters. I think he said.
Yeah.
Great. Let's do some more NXT call-ups and treat them exactly the same as all the.
But you can see that. You can see that they are kind of trying. They're trying with the new ideas. All right, it might not be great.
Raw Underground.
Raw Underground, and you got.
They've got Antifa invading now as well.
Revolution, or whatever they're called, yeah.
I think we're going to give Raw Underground like another couple of weeks, and then I think they're going to put the kibosh on it.
I just don't see the point. It looks really interesting, because I never watch live anymore, but the next day I noticed a load of tweets about Raw Underground. There's a couple of still images. Okay, that looks gritty. Looks like they're trying something different. That's actually kind of what I've been asking for years. Something that doesn't look as polished. And then I saw it, and it was just like a load of... I don't know, it wasn't even grappling. It was like fake grappling.
Yeah.
Which is... I know that is what wrestling is, but it still just didn't seem... It was a good idea pushed through the Vince filter again.
Yeah.
It's predetermined. I mean, that's what wrestling is. It's predetermined, trying to make itself look real in general, doing something that's supposed to look real but is actually predetermined and fake.
It was like if WWE bought out Lucha Underground.
Oh.
Like, you had a good idea, and it looked different, and it looked kind of good in a budget kind of way, and now you've just whatever, like, I don't know, what's the word? The spirit of it has just been sucked out.
Yeah.
No soul.
I don't like the way they do it. I mean, the idea itself is pretty good, and probably could be done a lot, well, can be done a lot better than the way they're doing it. But I just, the presentation of it all, and the way it's... Why does Shane McMahon keep jumping in and out of the ring and start shouting things and microphones? And
why are some matches like 3-on-1 and then others like a 2-man gauntlet or whatever, and then some...
Because it's Raw Underground, anything happens.
And where did the girls go in the second week? They had dancing girls in the first week.
Yeah.
And they're just gone. And so my question is, like, what is it? When does this ever kind of mesh with the main show? When does it take over the main show? Like, what is it? Is it a faction of guys who are just like real guys? Is it a way to get squashes for Shayna Baszler and like the real wrestler types, or what's the point?
The way they promote it, if you obviously it's only been 2 weeks, isn't it? But the last 2 times you've done it, they say, coming up tonight at 10.
Yeah.
And they kind of promote it like a second show, or separate show. And then
I thought it was going to be a second show. Like, the last hour of the show was going to be this thing.
That's what I thought, yeah. And then the next minute it's just a 10-minute segment. And you're like, yeah. I don't know. I kind of like them doing new things, but then they're at a stage now where a lot of the shit isn't sticking.
What happened to MVP taking over as well? He took over on the first week.
On the first week, yeah.
Wasn't there.
Yeah.
I don't know. It just seems like they're not really I don't know, trying to be formulaic, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, if they got rid of the dancers 1 week in, that's kind of disappointing.
Yeah, I don't know what happened with them. It was kind of like, do you remember when, was it Mick Foley when he first put in a 24/7 title?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he wanted to make Raw again or something.
Yeah, and they just turned all the lights off and then...
Yeah. The black and white graphics. Yeah.
What he's done again.
It's pretty much what they did again.
I don't know. I say you've got to sort of applaud them for trying, but then you look at what they've actually done and think, no, there's better ways of doing this.
It's like applauding a child for drawing a shitty picture. You're trying. It's great. You're trying. It's on the fridge.
What else happened? Let's see what happened on Raw here.
Well, their other big idea is to flicker the lights on and off occasionally.
Well, that's supposed to be what are they called? Retribution?
Yeah.
They're called Antifa.
No. That's what they're supposed to be called, but no, they call themselves
They're not
Retribution. Yeah.
Was anyone else confused on going back to Raw when you saw this Retribution smash the window outside?
Yeah.
And then run away, yeah.
And then 5 minutes later, the ninjas were in the ring who look identical.
They did that on... I just managed to very quickly catch up on SmackDown before the show here. And they invaded the first segment. And I thought, why are the ninjas coming in? Oh, no, it's the other guy. The female ninja now? Oh, yeah, no, right, yeah. The masked guys.
Yeah, so I don't know what. They need to get rid of one. I have a feeling it'll be the ninjas.
I did notice that there was a huge guy guarding the door of Raw Underground, and the giant ninja has disappeared now. Okay.
Yeah, they also Retribution also tipped a car in the parking lot, and they were supposed to care.
Yeah.
Braun Strowman's been making a career out of doing
that. I know. Dave, I caught one of the clips on Figure 4 Live or whatever, and they had Dave, recapping the events that happened on Raw, and he actually called Retribution midgets. I was like, why would you say that? And then, moments later, he's like, I apologize for calling them midgets. I'm like, that doesn't make it any better, but why would you say that?
Because they look exactly like the group of ninjas.
I mean, they do. They do.
You can see he thought it was all the same group.
Yeah.
You can see why.
I'm just like, why would... I don't know what they're doing. I mean, they do seem like they're trying new things. I'll give them that. But I mean, the whole Retribution thing seems played out. They took chainsaws to the ring ropes of SmackDown last week.
Yeah, that was kind of cool.
I don't really know how.
Oh, really? I haven't seen it.
The one from last week, yeah. Last thing I saw was the Fiend doing the aeroplane fingers. Meow, I'm open the hanger with the aeroplane fingers on Alexa.
That was 2
really
weeks ago.
Giving her the mandible claw. Yeah. And then this week, Nikki apologized for leaving her 2 weeks ago. Did she mean to say that? Because I remember missing one. Have I lost a whole week?
I think so. Yeah, last week.
Because
that was the thing that Mandy and Sonya were getting at it. They had to be in a pull apart backstage, and then the lights kind of flickered and whatnot, and then Michael Cole screams at ringside "Oh my God, they're here with weapons!"
Yeah, Michael Cole and Graves shit themselves and liked it.
Yeah, they ran away and they attacked a camera guy and whatnot. And there's so many jump cuts.
Yeah. Oh, you could tell that bit was definitely not live or recorded at any point when they were doing the rest of the show. But yeah, then he started attacking the fans in
quote unquote. Yeah, that was so bad.
I don't know. I like the idea of it, but it was just poorly done.
Yeah.
And we've kind of seen this before. I thought Nexus straight away.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But it was very similar to that, maybe slightly more aggressive, but.
I don't know. Well, who's the current big top babyface right now? Because that's probably who's gonna join him, and then
That's a hell of a question.
McIntyre, you'd imagine.
Yeah, that's probably who's going to join him, and then that's what's probably going to be the key to tear the group apart, and then you'll completely forget about it like 6 months down the road.
Survivor Series coming up, they just get squashed 5-0.
So, I mean, I sound like someone from WWE, but who are they?
Yeah.
Who are these masked assailants?
That's it. The obvious thing would be that they're going to be one they've released. They've obviously brought them back, but...
Beans, he's still here.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah, sorry, did you see my message?
Yes.
Yeah, sorry. Jack decided to wake up and think that we were still on our first take.
It's alright.
What's his opinion on Raw Underground?
Yeah.
Probably about the same as mine, because neither of us have seen it.
Fair enough.
So yeah, I unfortunately can't really contribute much to the conversation on that side. I'd heard that something had happened, but I didn't know what.
Yeah, it's not great. It's a nice idea, but poorly executed. I think that was wrote on a lot of my school books, actually. Nice idea, poorly executed.
Speaking of school, remember Tony Hawk's Underground?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And they
bring it out
again
again.
Thug, like THUG.
Yeah.
Raw Underground, by that logic, would be Rug.
Wrong.
Just saying, Rug.
Monday Night Raw.
Yeah, I was saying it was like, remember when Foley brought the 24/7 title in?
Yeah.
And they decided to do Raw. The last hour was going to be different.
Make Raw again.
Yeah, and essentially they just turned all the lights off. That's kind of what they're doing.
Oh dear.
There's a bit more to it than that, but
I will hopefully get a chance to check it out, because I mean, if it's something different, it's.
that's right. It's at least they're trying, but as Chuck nicely put it, I'll let you say it, Chuck.
What did I say?
About the child's biting.
Oh no, I can't say it to Beans. He actually has a child.
To be honest, I heard that bit.
Nice.
I nearly chipped in the middle of it and say, I understand what you're on about.
I'm sure Jack's artwork is excellent.
It is actually. He's,
There you go.
Yeah. Yeah, he writes wonders on your TV screen.
I mean, if you mean that literally, can he write for Raw? Someone needs to write wonders for my TV screen, because it's going really badly at the moment.
Oh no, he write wonders on my TV screen.
I'll take it. That's fine. It's still got to be better than Rug.
Yeah, but the thing is when you can turn Rug off, but if your TV screen's been scratched to hell,
yeah,
then it affects the other things you enjoy in life.
Oh, I don't know. There was a certain football match on tonight I could have watched through a scratch screen. Wouldn't have made it any less enjoyable.
I enjoyed it. It's a great match.
Yeah.
I haven't watched it, but I keep getting told I should check out the highlights.
Oh,
You
okay.
should check out the highlights
Yeah.
if you can find any.
Mostly everything that Leon did.
They've got a guy called Cornet. Just saying, Cornet.
And he's going to Champions League semi-final.
He is, yeah.
Like Jim Cornette, or is that what we're going for? Or
We have an ice cream. We have an ice cream cornet.
oh,
There's
okay.
only one word to describe him.
Oh, what would that be?
Spell it out for you.
Oh, sorry. What would that be?
SAWFT.
Oh, okay.
I was thinking that, I thought, are you really going that far back?
Yeah. He He liked pretending that he was hurt. Now, if you've ever heard that complaint about footballers these days, this is the guy for you. He would fall over every time someone stood near him. It's quite frustrating.
I call that flopping in the.
Call it flopping, yeah.
In the NBA.
He flopped. He flopped big time.
Let me see something here. What else happened on Raw? We talked about Raw Underground. Yeah, so let's. I guess we'll move over to SmackDown.
Really, that was it from Raw?
Yeah,
I mean,
I can't think of anything.
Talked about Retribution. We talked about Underground.
The Randy Orton obvious cut. So their new favorite thing is to dim the lights whenever someone hits something that they can't show. So Randy Orton, instead of hitting the RKO out of nowhere on Ric Flair, gave him the low blow out of somewhere, and then just as he was about to punt him, the lights went down, and then Flair was just selling it. That was kind of weak.
By selling it, was he just dead?
Pretty much, yeah.
Pretty much, yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant he was like rolling around the ring doing his "Oh God."
No, he was just a feeble old man having been kicked in the head. And then they did the same thing on SmackDown with Braun Strowman giving a gorilla press to Alexa Bliss. They shot it from like underneath, and then cut the lights as she hit the crash mat.
Why would he do such a thing?
Because he's gone crazy. He
was
right. Drowned in the Wyatt Swamp.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now he doesn't care about Alexa anymore.
Shaved his head and gone nuts.
He shaved his head.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
The middle bit.
He
shaved the sides ages ago.
Yeah, but it's about time I think he did it.
I guess it's just now they're just beating up Alexa Bliss for no reason.
I was just gonna say, yeah, you mentioned that she like got the mandible claw the other night as well.
Yeah,
a couple of weeks ago, yeah.
It looks like on the show that I missed, she may be turning to the Wyatt side.
Possibly.
It looks like she said she was attracted to Bray like a moth to a flame. So.
Or his fingers to her mouth.
God. What does Buddy Murphy think about all this?
I don't know.
I think Buddy Murphy looks like Sami Zayn.
Yeah, a little bit. I can see it.
A few times I thought that's Sami Zayn. A few times he's walked out with Seth a few times. I thought that's Sami Zayn. I don't know, it's Buddy Murphy.
He's gone back to just being called Murphy again. Didn't he have a period where he got the Buddy back?
A little, yeah, for a little while, and then he lost it.
Yeah.
Apparently they're not together anymore.
Aren't they?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Didn't know that.
I was going to say they were engaged, weren't
they? They were, yeah.
Yeah, weird. Huh.
I was going to say, didn't he buy the pig?
We share the animals and our friends. Well, that's good. That's good to know. Also, yeah, people are fucking weirdos to her.
Oh, God, yeah. People are weird to all of them.
Yeah.
I was going to say divas, but you know what I mean.
How could you?
Sorry.
So on PC.
Yeah, people are weird to any woman involved in not just WWE and wrestling.
Any reasonably attractive way.
Well,
any woman.
Any woman.
Especially if she's called Melina, ain't she?
There's nothing weird about it. There's nothing weird. She slid into my DMs first, right? It's all fair game.
God.
However many celeb VMs I buy, it's totally normal now.
Oh god.
Yeah, so I'm watching the clip here. That's so cheesy. Like, why would they cut off the lights at that point? I mean, for Ric Flair, I get, because like he's old, okay, like he's old and feeble.
Yeah.
Well, come on. For Alexa, come on.
It's always just at that spot as well when obviously they're not going to show that move. They never cut the lights at any other point.
Yeah.
To make it look like a thing, shouldn't you just cut it at random points throughout the show?
Well, then you just think that they're having a power cut.
What am I supposed to think?
That Randy Orton has control of the lights.
He's absorbed Undertaker's powers now.
Yeah. Also, as well, I think it's been done to make you think that like the lights might go out just as he's about to kick him in the head, and then while it's in darkness, you'll hear Rick shout, "I'll never retire!" And then when the lights come back on, he's stood behind him and like chops him.
That'd be great.
I really should be booking this wrestling in this era, shouldn't I?
You should.
Maybe.
I could go batshit insane with all this performance center malarkey.
It really is malarkey. Like, I don't know. I don't feel compelled to watch anytime soon.
Well, you won't have much longer left to watch the Performance Center because apparently they're moving out.
Yeah, I've heard that they're trying to get the Amway Center in Florida.
Yeah, apparently it's all confirmed and actually happening. I think it was John Oliver, our friend John, friend of the show. He lives in the area and he actually saw the trucks pulling up at the Amway Centre. So I think SummerSlam's going to be the first show from there, and then every show after that will be in there.
I mean,
do we think that if they're going back into an arena, does that mean they're going back to some form of normality?
I mean, it's
I think
the first step.
They see it like that.
Yeah.
I think they want to think that's happening. Whether or not it does or not, I don't know.
I mean, I just take, something that resembles wrestling again.
Yeah, that'll be interesting to see what to do because I've heard two different rumours. Apparently, they're going to use the virtual crowd that they've used on the baseball, which is like a computer game, basically. They overlay it over, which I can't see that really working well.
The game fans are just the same, like 3 guys repeated all over.
Well, yeah.
They all jump up at the exact same time.
The other option is they're going to put screens round ringside, like the NBA have done on the court, and have fans live call in or whatever, however they do it. I can see that working slightly better if they're picking the fans beforehand, because otherwise you're just going to get people taking the piss and showing their arse and stuff. And
oh God! Please let that happen. How long do you reckon you'd take for that screen to go off when someone holds up a sign that says Chris Benoit?
Someone wears like a AEW t-shirt on.
Yeah. Yeah, you're gonna get it's only a matter of time. I think someone's gonna risk doing something. It's whether or not they can hide it.
They'll have to put those screens up, but only have Performance Center recruits actually do the fan thing.
Yeah.
Have only them on Zoom so they can control them.
I bet they'll just be happy because they'll be able to sit down.
Yeah. They'll probably make a rule just to say that they can't sit down even then.
Yeah. Oh, don't be sitting on your hands. You've got to stand up.
There you go. Virtual fans. Because they already have virtually no fans.
Yeah, so apparently one of the reports I read was that the main reason, well, this is what they think, as the main reason for the ratings being down is that the performance center shows have looked too dark on TV.
Oh, that's what it is there. Okay.
Yeah, apparently they're not happy with the lighting in the performance center.
Okay.
So,
That's...
of course, yeah. Once we're back in the arena.
That'll be it.
Nothing to do with the fact that I watch people, like, have a bizarre brawl in a building to climb a ladder on top of it to collect a briefcase, and someone having a fight in a graveyard, and someone having a fight in a swamp and apparently being drowned.
That graveyard fight that was highly acclaimed, that wasn't too dark at all.
No.
In the graveyard at night, lit only by like some truck headlights. That was fine.
Yeah, but that was only good because you had AC/DC playing over the top of it, apparently.
Okay. Well, SmackDown's got AC/DC playing throughout.
Well, that's why Vince loves it. That's why Vince picked that song, because it was the big deal for Fox. I'm going to give you AC/DC.
Oh, AC/DC. They were a thing 40 years ago. Is there actually a point in that song, in the SmackDown song, where the whoever's name is Angus Young says, apple pie? Because it sounds just like he says apple pie.
What?
Listen to the... I'm going to have to dig up this SmackDown song. There's a point where he, in his like high voice, he goes, apple pie. I'm sure of it.
I think I know what bit you mean. Oh, I really need to listen to that now. I really hope it is. It might be the best wrestling song ever now. Apple pie.
Yeah, I need to hear that
one. Oh dear.
Reading as well, Johnny Gargano apparently got almost killed during the NXT tapings.
It actually was like serious news then. I was like, oh my god. I thought you were going to say that he died. I was like, what?
Apparently took a bad bump and he landed on his head somehow. And they were a bit worried at first because they stopped the whole tapings and Triple H ran out to see if he was okay. And
God.
Apparently fine since, but at first they were a bit worried.
Yeah, that's a bit worrying.
But hey, they'll still be doing the NXT tapings at Full Sail, even though they're going to move everything else into the Amway Centre.
Well, yeah. I mean...
Actually does say apple pie, by the way.
Does it really?
Yeah.
Why?
Oh, it does as well.
It's just... who knows?
Right, I've got to listen to this.
Yeah. They could do a change in the opening titles on SmackDown because there's far too many people there. Just full of crowds.
Yeah, there's some social distancing nightmares going on there.
Apparently WWE have also registered the trademark for Saturday night's main event, which you would assume they would already own.
They're trying that again?
Can I just say that I'm more concerned with the follow-up lyric?
Go on.
The sweet apple pie standing in the street.
Don't know where you eat your apple pie.
You gotta let it cool, right?
Totally. Stand on the street, eating apple pie. Listening to AC/DC.
American has apple pie out in the street.
How friggin' old is this song?
AC/DC are about 80 years old now, right?
something like that. It's quite an old song. I was surprised he picked it, to be honest, because it's been around for a while. I also hate it, but there you go.
1990.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Jesus Christ. And I don't know. I just
It's from their album The Razor's Edge, also from 1990.
Oh my god.
I had no idea it was that old.
So I'm talking about the SmackDown theme or whatever.
Yeah. Apparently the B-side of Are You Ready is called Got You by the Balls.
Oh, nice.
Oh, that'd have been a better song, wouldn't it?
Yeah, probably.
They probably
I
paid
like
a
this
fortune
song.
for it as well.
It's got you by the balls.
Yeah, they probably paid a fortune to use it as well. AC/DC, I would imagine it's not cheap.
Did you hear the computer-generated AC/DC song?
No.
Someone put all of the lyrics of all of the AC/DC songs into a database, whatever, and used like that Markov chain generator deal to come up with a song. It sounds exactly like an AC/DC song.
I love it.
Uh,
That should be the SmackDown theme.
I made a bot write an AC/DC song. There you go. It would be better. Fortunately, we can't play it on the show. But
Obviously, yeah.
look up AIDC. I made a bot write an AC/DC song.
There was one for like Rick Astley's Never Gonna Give You Up that was actually kind of like in the ballpark. Or I had to like figure out the rest of the lyrics or whatever.
Bloody adverts.
Anyway, here. Right, real quick. The other thing I wanted to point out from SmackDown and Raw is the web article write-up of both shows. Like here, this is the one from Raw, as you can see. There you go. There you see the web page. There it is. Okay, so if you click on results for the week, you see, Ric Flair laid out from Randy Orton. Oh yeah, that was the other thing. Was Dominic getting beat the hell up? I forgot about that. With the kendo stick.
Oh, yeah.
And you see him right there, and then moments later, he's in the ring ropes.
He took it like a champ.
He did. From what I saw, yeah, he definitely did. His body looked awful, but definitely paid his dues or whatever you want to call it, if you ask me.
Mm-hmm.
How long is it going to go on where everyone's obsessed with pushing someone's eye socket into the corner steps?
God, I don't know.
That's the new thing, though.
Yeah, there's also Shayna Baszler in Raw Underground. That was the other thing, making her debut. But yeah, you see all the insets of the video and all that stuff, and the photos and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
You go to SmackDown, nothing, absolutely nothing. So
not even pictures.
Yeah, not even pictures, nothing. So Bobby Malak's doing it right.
That's a short recap.
Yeah, Brad Zach needs to get his fucking act together, or he's out of here. He's still rocking a Tony Dawson avatar right there, and he fucking doesn't know how to do a write-up without any fucking videos or pictures involved. Yeah, look how short this is.
Sheamus Shorty G.
Yep.
Was that only like 3 matches on that whole show?
Grand Metalik Nakamura, Big E, John Morrison, and that's it.
I thought he weren't called Shorty G anymore.
Asuka wins the Triple Brand Battle Royal, whatever. Sorry.
Oh yeah. Brad Zach is like an NXT name of like a 90s surfer gimmick.
I guess, yeah.
That was definitely someone forgot to do it. It was late on Friday night. Someone needs to do the SmackDown report for the website.
Give it to Brad Zach.
And he rushed did it before he left.
Yeah, I thought it was
before
Chad.
He was fired.
I thought it was Chad G. So it's Shorty G now.
I think he's still officially Shorty G, but it was just because the report came from last week when Corbin kept calling him Chad.
Yeah, he was trying to recruit him to take
Yeah.
out Matt Riddle. So to be nice to him, he started calling him Chad and like giving him some little compliments here and there.
Oh,
He's,
Yeah.
I think he's still officially. He hasn't decreed that his name be changed back yet.
how can someone be called officially Shorty G?
Because the king, that's what the king said.
Oh,
Did.
I mean, what's the point of being king of the ring if you can't change someone's name?
right.
Also, I had no idea it had even been anywhere, but apparently 205 Live returned this week.
God.
Was it live?
Apparently so, it was, yeah.
Mind you, they're used to performing in front of no one.
Hey,
Yeah,
Oh,
sure.
That's a low blow.
Sorry, I don't mean it. It had to be said.
Apparently, Jimmy Foley is actually in charge of creative for 205 Live now.
Really?
Yeah.
I can't remember the last time I even watched an episode of 205 Live.
I think I watched the first one.
I think the last one I watched was when I was there in Manchester about 3 years ago.
Is that show that's still going on?
Oh, God. No, actually, there wasn't that one, but I know the one you're talking about. Yeah.
The one with 2 3-hour
Yeah.
raw tapings on it.
Yeah.
that's just torture.
Was?
2 raw tapings back to back.
Oh, you're doing 2 raw tape. Why have you got advert breaks? What are you doing? I can't stay here for 6 hours.
50 quid to get in, 100 to get out.
There's an overrun.
Funniest part of that was when the show I'm talking about was a couple of years ago. It was the same show when AJ won the title and over here.
Oh yeah,
Keep beating
that surprise one
Jinder.
when they wanted to change up the
Yeah.
Survivor Series main event.
Survivor Series, I was it, yeah. And literally half the arena didn't know that they were doing 205 Live afterwards. So AJ just won the title, everyone's going crazy. And then obviously he ends up going off, and then half the arena empties. And next minute Enzo comes out. Enzo Amore comes out. I think he brought out he had the first couple of announced superstars for NXT UK with him, and that was like kind of supposed to make people want to stay. It didn't. Everyone still started going. I'm pretty sure if you looked on that episode and were on that way, you can see people falling out as the show's going on.
I believe it.
Yeah. That was a bit of a thing back then because they were pushing Roman Reigns really hard, and everyone kept leaving for his main events as well. People walked out of his main event on WrestleMania that year.
Can you imagine?
Yeah. Crazy how it's a different world now, isn't it? Blimey now.
Mm.
Now Roman's walked out of WrestleMania main event.
Even he doesn't care anymore.
I mean, he was probably the smartest one because he saw the writing on the wall. It's just, unfortunately, he signed a contract with Goldberg and then decided to back out.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'll never forget that part of the story for WrestleMania.
He walked out on the Goldberg match.
Yeah. Like,
So
hey, I
Goldberg
want to beat up
gets-
Goldberg. Oh, just kidding. There's a pandemic now.
If he really was at higher risk, then I guess it's understandable.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you'd
Well-
like to think that the company would have followed suit.
Yeah.
What, and just shut everything down?
Yeah, you
I think
know,
I
like
would've-
every
actually-
fucker else in the world.
Yeah, looking back, I would have preferred that. Didn't think so at the time, but why the hell not?
Tell you what, though, give it a year. They're going to get one hell of an episode of WWE 24 out of all this.
Yeah. That's very true. I guess we could talk
Are they
about...
following anyone round for 365? Are we going to get a 365 of Roman Reigns sat at home?
Day 2. Oh, there's a good... Oh, no, that's been cancelled as well.
Pretty much.
First couple of weeks he's actually watching Raw, and then, like, as time goes on, he just finds other things to do.
Wow, this is terrible.
Yeah.
Oh, right, is it Monday again? Oh, yeah, I should probably catch up on that.
Yeah, he's watching it and looks at camera and he's like, do you remember when you thought I was the worst thing in wrestling?
God.
How do you like me now?
I guess we could talk about Dynamite before we get out of here. If either one of you saw it.
No, I've still not seen John Moxley win the title yet.
My God.
Yeah, I've seen that.
How long is that?
I saw him celebrating with it. It's not my fault I fell asleep while it were on.
Yeah, it was live this past Wednesday, which means that this upcoming Saturday show is going to be taped.
Just going to watch that. Is it live? But yeah.
Yeah. It was Tag Team Appreciation Night, which had also...
Teddy Long involved?
It should have. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if that's like AEW's next get. It's just, hey, Teddy Long randomly shows up backstage. And, how you doing, player? Have a tag team match.
That was such a good impression. That's another one of your classic
Thank you.
impersonations. It was so Teddy Long right there. Teddy Long catchphrase, have a tag team matches.
Yeah. You can go one-on-one with The Undertaker.
There you go.
I like how...
Sounds like he's here.
Yeah, exactly. It's a magnum opus. I like how on the right...
I still can't believe that Teddy Long actually introduced The Undertaker at WrestleMania.
Oh my God. Wait, this year's WrestleMania?
No.
Oh. Okay.
No, it was when they were really pushing the Raw versus SmackDown brand thing and everything.
Oh, yeah.
And it was like you had. Although actually, I don't think that match was, because I think it was the Edge and Undertaker one in Orlando, and Teddy Long introduced. Yeah, he introduced him. And it was like all the aura of the Undertaker's entrance still at that time was completely destroyed by holla holla holla.
Yeah, I like how AEW's write-up has like warning contains spoilers for something that also it's like already aired and broadcasted. Taking a look here.
If they get Teddy Long, they've also got Vicky Guerrero, so they could just be like picking up all of the SmackDown GMs.
Yeah,
it's true.
Need
John Laurinaitis is
Paul
next.
Heyman, I guess, was for a little while.
didn't generally Mike Chioda show up this week?
Yes,
I thought so.
he made his debut during the TNT Championship match.
What? He's working for AEW now?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well done, WWE. You fucked that one up.
There it is. 33 years of officiating experience. I mean, WWE's lost his AEW's gain, I guess, you know?
Definitely.
As long as they don't get Brian Hebner.
They had Earl Hebner on like their first show. I was like, no, not Earl Hebner. I think Brian Hebner at the time was doing stuff for NWA and doing a couple episodes of Power, I think, if my mind is correct.
speaking of Hebron, talking about being a live show then. Remember a few years ago I went to a TNA show in Manchester, and I've never seen anyone get the reaction of someone, the hatred for Hebner.
Yeah.
It was unbelievable. It took him about 20 minutes to actually start the match because they were just booing him. Incredible. Never seen anyone get a reaction like that. A heel would be really made up of that kind of response.
So was he, I bet.
Yeah, I think he was getting a bit annoyed after a while. When it first started happening, he was, he kind of was just taking it like he would, but then I think he was getting a bit pissed off for it all. Is he not working now? He's just doing what he wants.
I presume he's retired. He must be getting to an age now, especially for refereeing.
Mm.
That's true. I'm still waiting for like Mike Tenay to randomly show up and just be like, "Here's the tail of the tape, JR," or something like that. Although I've heard he's retired with wrestling as well. Like he's just pretty much done with it.
Please don't say tail of the tape. Taz's tips.
Taz's what?
Tips.
Oh.
I don't know. Hey, well, he never really had that, but I could imagine he would have done it to let him carry on.
I thought he said something else.
He actually does do, I don't know, what's he call it? It basically is Taz's tips. It's like he shows someone doing a move and explains how it works.
Yeah.
Basically does do that.
Yeah. So yeah, pretty much. It's like I think it was like during the feud with Moxley. Like he was just breaking down some of the moves that Moxley was doing, and how Brian Cage would just like overcome it.
Yeah, he did a couple before that, but yeah, then they did, and then they did one of Cage's moves, I think, and how Moxley couldn't block it or something like that, whatever. Yeah. That's a thing. I think he started doing the thing with Darby Allin, right?
Yeah.
It was like he told Darby Allin that Cody got him with a tilt. Like, didn't see this coming when you landed on the guy and he just rolled you up. And then that went nowhere.
MJF is doing like the bit that EC3 was doing in TNA, where he just was like EC3 for champ for the world title, and that's basically what the shtick that MJF is pulling off, which prompted.
Has he still got that irritating theme music?
It's so great, that theme music.
Yeah. Yeah, that music's awful. I agree.
Yeah, I really didn't need to hear that again.
Sorry.
That was far too. That was far better than your other impression.
Yeah, so he was doing his whole campaign spiel, and then I think Moxley came out, hit him with like the DDT, and then went backstage to cut a promo where we caught a glimpse of Tony Khan in the Dusty position, realizing that he's on TV here. Which I thought was pretty great.
It's crazy how much he just looks like a guy.
Yeah.
It's like a rich dude. He owns major sports teams. He's just a guy.
Yeah, I love it. It's like billionaire goals or whatever, you know?
Did you see I've not seen the show, but I've seen it on Twitter. MJF, the little callback to when he was in NXT.
Yeah, I saw that with the...
It was kind of cool.
The shove from Samoa Joe to him.
Yeah.
And then he shoved like the same guy that couldn't get his poster level from the week before.
Yeah, I saw someone retweet that. I thought it was kind of cool.
Yeah. So that happened. Also, Santana and Ortiz took what looks like the Worst generic-looking bottle of bleach I have personally ever seen in television.
Generic bottle of bleach.
Look at this! You cannot...
It's true. I was thinking all bleach bottles look fairly, plain. It's just a bottle that says bleach on it, but that one... Yeah, you're right.
It's all caps Times New Roman in italics. Come on.
Right,
You mean
let me see it.
You
Let
mean
me
to
see
tell
it.
me? You mean to tell me you can get a car to beat up and take a sledgehammer, bat, whatever, take the tires off last week, but you can't afford a bottle of Clorox? What? What in the world? It honestly just looks like they just took a bottle, a jug of water.
It would have been harder to find a bottle like that than it would just to find a bottle of bleach.
Yeah. You're absolutely right, yeah.
I like the comment underneath. That's the bleach Trump wanted us to inject us with.
Oh. So that happened, and then I think it was the Rock and Roll Express getting Spike pile-drived by FTR.
Are they still doing things?
Yeah, they're still doing things, believe it or not.
Oh dear.
Lance Archer tearing open Jake the Snake's shirt just to say that everybody dies. I don't know what the point of that was. And then the main event here with Jericho and Orange Cassidy, where Orange Cassidy got Jericho with what looked like a very botched side Russian leg sweep that Taz was blurting out, "He's got a mousetrap on him! It's a mousetrap!" So, and now Orange Cassidy has evened up the feud between him and Jericho. 50-50 booking in AEW.
Yeah.
There you go. So, just a quick recap of some of the highlights there. Yeah, I thought it was an okay show. I thought the Tony Khan cameo in the Dusty position was worth it. Mike Chioda having a job was pretty nice to see, but Hikaru Shida beat up a jobber in less than a minute, what felt like, and I think it's pretty telling that their women's division's pretty much non-existent right now. I know that they've got the tag tournament thing going on YouTube or whatever, but I don't know, it just seems like their main show product could be helped out a little bit with the female talent that they have, in my opinion. All right, well there you go. That's this week's recap of the shows there. Anything else you guys want to add before we get out of here?
I did see some indie content has been added to the network.
Oh. Which indie?
Just had them listed on the screen. Let's go. One sec.
Hold on.
Talk on what you said.
There we go.
Oh,
Sorry.
I was late.
Whoa.
Very
It's
late. Very late drink.
So we have Evolve, Progress Wrestling from England, Germany's WXW, and Scotland's ICW. Putting together some compilations as well. So the best of Drew McIntyre in Evolve, the best of Keith Lee in Evolve, and some full shows as well. Which I'm kind of interested in because it says WWE Universe will also be introduced to the Scottish Underground with Insane Championship Wrestling. Night 2 of Shug's Hoosh Party will be made of Shug. Oh.
I thought the same.
Bloody hell, have I got to be somewhere? I haven't got anything prepared.
Oh,
Yeah,
so they're getting night 2 of Shug's Hoosh Party. But
not
night
night
1.
one, yeah.
Night 1. That was the best night, man.
Does something happen on night 1 we don't want to see? Or...
Well, yeah, it's not suitable for the network. Not the free tier, anyway.
And I did something else network related. Don't know the full story. In fact, I don't know anything about the story at all. But do you know? Have you heard of a guy called Sean Oliver?
Yes, from the kayfabe commentaries.
Commentaries?
Yeah.
That's the guy. Apparently, he's suing the network or WWE in general. Because they have just started a series called WWE Timeline.
Yeah.
Oh, he did Timeline, yeah.
Yeah, and basically he's not happy. Which, I don't know the full story, but if it was his idea, then I can see why.
I mean, if he has like any sort of like valid trademark that's still active and whatnot, then yeah, he definitely could have a case for sure, and probably win.
Do they still do stuff, kayfabe commentaries?
No,
that seems
they
like
haven't.
something from like back in the VOW days. That kind of.
I don't know if they've done anything recent. I've got to be honest.
They were great. I loved shoot interviews back then. It's a podcast now.
Yeah.
Don't know what this Timeline series actually involves. But
Just
like,
Timeline was just like a wrestler talking through like a bit of his career on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they also did a similar one where like someone would rebook a certain section of.
Remember that one? Yeah, that was.
That was always.
I think we did. I remember doing something with the Total Wrestling show. They had some kind of deal with the people who published the kayfabe commentaries.
They used to do a segment on that with oh, for crying out loud! I can't think of his name from NXT.
Oh, I know the guy. You know, the guy after he's tough enough.
No, main guy, for crying out loud. What's wrong with me?
The main guy on NXT, Triple H.
No.
Adam Cole?
Yes, Adam Cole. That's it. Why couldn't I? Yeah, they used to do like a Wrestling Road Diary thing with him, kind of thing. He'd ring in every week to say where he'd been. It was when he was on the Indies and everything, saying like where he were hoping to do and where he were going, and his experiences of America and Canada and stuff.
Yeah, I fell out with them. I can't remember the guy's name now. What was the host's name?
Sean Oliver.
No.
Oh no, you mean Total Wrestling?
Dan.
That was him. Yeah. Yeah. Sent me some pretty nasty emails at the end.
Really?
Yeah.
What kind?
Apparently all the technical issues and everything that went down, because the site was always down every week and they could never broadcast the show live. And apparently it was all my fault.
Technical issues.
Apparently it was all my fault.
Yeah, it was. Because you had the technical issues playlist that would always play whenever VOW couldn't get up on time.
Yeah.
I remember that.
I was just going to say, I presume they're not going anymore, are they?
No. They might have started again. I don't know. I know they stopped. Andy, that was the other guy. He did it. Andy Evans. He was alright actually. But the other guy turned a bit weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a weird. The whole thing could have been dealt with a bit better, but funny enough, I was talking to Lee Tyers, he's from Ministry of Slam. Remember him?
Yeah.
Yeah. Talked to him on Twitter.
Nice.
He's not involved with wrestling at all, but he's looking at doing something again. We were talking about what we were doing before, talking about the old days.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. 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 I mean, I don't know.
crazy how long ago some of that was.
Yeah, years are flying by. You think things aren't that long ago, and then when you actually look, you're like, my God. You think of like what else was going on in your life around that time, and you're like, oh my God.
Yeah. I don't know if you were the same before we were talking about VOW, and quite a few times I was in college the next day. So like I'd produce VOW till like 2 o'clock, and then I'd have to be up for 8 o'clock at college the next day. That was fun.
Yeah, it's mad.
Anyway, I've waffled enough.
Anything else before we get out of here?
No, go on to bed.
Okay. I think Will's a bit put off that Chuck's was like, yeah, it's all your fault. Yeah, so...
Definitely your fault, though.
I guess... Wow. Next week, I guess we'll have a show of some kind, I hope. Are you guys going to be here on Friday?
Potentially, I might be able to do one actually on Friday.
Yeah.
What's wrong with what's happening on Saturday again?
Everything.
Everything. Takeover, Dynamite, that's all in our time slot.
Isn't that happening like now?
Yeah, let's start later. Start at 1 a.m. or something.
Yeah, I was going to say, we'd have about an hour or so to be on normal slot.
No, like when we start, that's when Dynamite would be starting up, or the tail end of the NBA game that they've got. Because like I mean, yeah.
What time do we start?
We usually start at around 4 o'clock, which is 6 o'clock Eastern. And here, hold on.
It's Eastern, so that's 11 here.
Then,
that's early. That's an early start.
Yeah. If I can find the graphic here, hold on. Bunch of Fortnite stuff. Come here. Where is it?
Bunch of Fortnite stuff.
I know.
Fortnite.
Have you read the Fortnite controversy?
Yeah, they got yanked off the Apple Store and Google Play for wanting to discount their own V-Bucks or whatever.
Yeah, and they're suing Apple and Google.
Yeah, it's
crazy.
I don't think they're gonna win, which I think is just gonna lead to them having their own like storefront for games and whatnot. Just to. That's
what they wanted all along. That's why they did the Epic Store. But...
Yeah, that's what I think. So yeah, here it is. Next week on the 22nd, which is next Saturday, 6 p.m. Eastern. We're immediately following the NBA playoffs. So.
I can do Friday. I don't mind.
All right.
Yeah, Friday should be doable.
There you go. Well, I'll try to be here as well. So that will be.
That's special time.
That's gonna proper throw my weekend out. As in, like, I'm not gonna know where the hell I'm at on a Saturday night after that.
Well, I mean,
it's kind of sad that like all of us are free on a Friday night.
Yeah, I will be streaming anyway. I probably will be after we're done. Because like SummerSlam's also Sunday, as well. That's the other thing. Because I'd be like, hey, let's just do it on Sunday. Oh wait, SummerSlam. Which I gotta be honest, I don't know what the hell the card is or the main event for SummerSlam is right now.
I had that.
McIntyre
and Orton, isn't it?
That's it.
I completely forgot about it. I thought they were building to go towards Orton and Flair. If you asked me.
Flair can't do anything. They just have to turn the lights off for the whole match.
Cinematic. There you go.
Light goes out, comes back on. He's dead in ring. Just pins him.
Which is funny considering the other main event is Braun Strowman, Bray Wyatt, and the tagline for that is "You'll never see it coming."
I should have brought this up before. No, that's the tagline for the whole show.
Oh, is it for the whole show?
Yeah, but they keep saying it for every match.
Only them that mentioned it.
You'll never see it coming. Well,
You'll
they
never
keep
see
telling.
it coming.
Why are they? Oh my god!
Why did he do this?
It's like the horror show. They just keep adding things for no apparent reason.
Oh yeah, tagline for the whole thing. You'll never see it. So maybe it is going to be Randy Orton and Ric Flair.
Yeah.
And you'll just never see it.
Yeah.
Or
Maybe it's already happened.
It's just not going to be on.
They've already recorded it. It's in the can.
Yeah, I went about. We should have brought this up first thing. Yeah, that's the tagline for the show, but they're just saying it for every match.
Oh God! So my hopes of it being like the start of a normal era sounds like it's gone well out the window already.
Yeah. Yeah.
Man.
You'll never see it coming though.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Not if I never watched the fucking show.
Exactly. I don't know how I feel about that. Now they have like a tagline for it.
Oh, I needed that soundbite. I don't know how I feel about that.
Well, I mean, also, like, Payback is supposed to be, like, a week after SummerSlam or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, for fuck's
No.
sake.
Yeah.
August 23rd, Payback is... Yeah, okay, yeah, it's 1 week later.
I told you, yeah.
How can a pay-per-view be 1 week after another?
Because you'll never see it coming.
You'll never see it coming. What's worse is this is a recent decision. This isn't something that's like been in the calendar for a
So
while.
even they didn't see it coming. They've actually hired Vince Russo back. Bro, they'll never see it coming.
Don't say that. That'll be a tagline for Payback.
Tagline for Payback is going to be standards and practices, bro.
Bro, I swear to
I
God.
swear to God.
We need to come up with a book of WWE taglines.
Sure, you've
No.
bought one of them recently.
No, we don't. They don't need to
Never
add
seen it.
End
constant.
of the line.
They don't need to add
Oh.
taglines to like every single pay-per-view. Like just put on a good show.
Smoot's worst nightmare is when it's called WWE in your house. Knock knock.
No. God.
Is Survivor Series still the only time of year we're on SmackDown going head-to-head competition?
Yeah.
That's my favourite one.
I think my favourite one is Fully Loaded, I think 99, just the crapshoot.
They saw that one coming.
So,
Yeah. There it is.
The crapshoot.
there are a
Anyway.
few other crapshoots after that, including Val Venus, I think. D'Lo Brown was pretty crap.
Don't diss D'Lo Brown.
D'Lo Brown's shoot interview with kayfabe commentaries.
Oh,
I was tying it all together. Crapshoot.
sorry.
See.
Oh, one thing we haven't mentioned, it's a bit of a sad note. Kamala died this week.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Also,
Yeah.
his name is Kamala Harris.
Yeah, who knew?
What the hell?
No, that's the senator lady that's on the vice president ticket for Joe Biden, I believe, right?
I know, right? But also, his legit name is James Harris.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Huh.
How did no one realize that until now?
That's a good point. That's unfortunate because the last few years of his life he was like in and out of the hospital, and
Yeah,
lost
had no feet.
lost both legs to diabetes, and man, that's a one of a kind character because I don't think you're able to pull something off like that nowadays.
I'm not even
God,
sure you're
yeah.
allowed to put that on the network anymore.
God damn it!
Get cancelled for that.
Jesus. No, me.
Whoa!
Every week there's like one moment I feel that's gonna get us like kicked off of YouTube or something, and
Because I made a noise.
not because he made a noise, just because of what the character was of Kamala. Put two and two
I
together.
don't remember. I just remember watching as a kid, like one of the first memories, seeing him run around, slap his belly, make weird noises.
Yeah.
I mean, I do that now in my 30s.
Yeah.
His shoot was far from crap, though. You must have heard the Push It song.
Yeah, you linked me. You linked me
Oh,
to
yeah.
that one time. I was like, wow.
Wow.
I do remember
He was also
that.
mentioned in a shoot, I think it was Jerry Lawler's shoot, where he used to do the painting on him,
Yeah.
like painting the stars.
Yeah, on JR's podcast, I remember this.
Yeah, do you remember the story?
Yeah, where he goes to paint the moon, and Kamala looks down. He's like, "Jerry, why are you painting a banana on my stomach?" I remember that.
But it's a few months into the gimmick, and he's like, "Why are you always painting bananas on me?"
Yeah.
He thought for however long, like he's just.
Nice.
Bananas.
And if you go back and look, I mean, some of them do kind of look like bananas. Sadly,
Yeah.
like if he would have made the moon white, it would have been fine. But no, that like Miss
Made
Pac-Man
the
there
moon white
looks
and
like
the stars yellow. Like,
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. No, Pac-Man there looks more like a banana. Sorry. But yeah, it's a shame he didn't have like a better ending, if you will, because I don't know, like he should have. Is he in the Hall of Fame? I don't think he is,
No.
I thought he might have been.
because if he's not, he definitely should have been when he was in. I don't know,
Apparently
like
not.
when he was alive. Kind of like some other people. When they had, I mean, honestly, they should induct these people while they're still around before their day comes and they're no longer around. So very sad. And also, Jericho donated $5,000 not only to his GoFundMe when he was having some housing issues, but also to his to funeral costs, I believe, as well. At least that's what I've heard. So
Nice.
very
Yeah,
nice.
that's-
Yeah.
Apparently, he died of COVID.
Yeah.
everyone does.
Really?
Yeah, he was very. I mean, I would assume he was definitely one of those high risk people.
I think he was in a bit of a bad way anyway, but yeah.
Yeah.
Shame.
So it says on his wiki page, which that's trustworthy. Apparently, his wife claims that he likely contracted it from one of his numerous visits, weekly visits, in fact, to the dialysis center.
Oh,
So that's rough anyway.
yeah.
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 Well, thank you very much for pointing that out, Will. I completely forgot about that. So, yeah, we'll be back next week. Hopefully with some. Honestly, we need to get some news stories, some better news stories that are happening in wrestling.
Oh, one
Wrestling's
thing we
been
didn't
kinda
mention very
depressing.
quickly.
Yeah, go ahead.
Don't know if anyone else knows this, but apparently Raw and SmackDown this week were both TV 14.
Doesn't mean anything.
I don't know, but yeah,
Yeah, I didn't notice anything different.
Yeah.
it's worth mentioning.
I mean, if you're still
Did someone say bitch more than twice?
No.
The SmackDown one will be because Alexa got beat up. But
You didn't see it. You never saw it coming. They cut to black just as she was about to hit the mat. She didn't actually.
I will never retire.
Yeah.
Is that possibly a reason for TV 14?
maybe.
I mean,
Maybe they're just. It's the options there again, which is great.
Yeah.
That's all I've ever asked for. Now, if someone needs to say bitch more than twice, they can. Which, if Vince Russo's back, they're definitely going to be saying bitch more. Remember his time writing TNA? Everyone was bitches and sluts all the time. That was the whole women's division. It's
yeah,
constant.
no, I do remember that.
Shoot interview with him where they say, just imagine how Roman Reigns' career would have been different if I was telling him not to say tater tots and say bitch more.
It would have been better.
With his shirt all unbuttoned. Anyway, we'll be back next week on Friday, so tune in for that, and have a great weekend. Take care, everybody. Good night.